Hey, arcade warriors, joystick junkies, and lovers of all things pixelated. Welcome back to Nerd Game Nonsense. Today, we're hopping in our DeLorean, grabbing a fistful of quarters, and warping back to 1984, a legendary year for arcade games. That's right, I'm counting down my top 5 favorite arcade games of 1984. A year that gave us side-scrolling kung fu brawls, airborne dogfights, laser-guided mayhem, and yes, rolling marbles. Buckle up, it's about to get rad. Coming in at number 5, it's Cobra Command. Not to be confused with G.I. Joe's arch nemesis, this was a laserdisc arcade shooter from Data East, and boy, was it a vibe. You pilot a high-tech attack chopper through war-torn cities and deserts, blasting tanks, fighters, and more. Gameplay? It was like playing an 80s action movie. Seriously, the explosions were so intense, I'm surprised the cabinet didn't have a Michael Bay credit. Cobra Command combined hand-drawn anime-style animation with reactive shooting. You watch the story unfold like a cartoon, and then, bam, you'd have half a second to shoot or dodge. Miss? You'd be treated to a fiery death and the dreaded game over screen. Reception-wise, critics admired the visuals, but some players found it more watch than play. Still, it pushed the envelope for interactive storytelling. And let's be honest, any game that lets me blow up tanks from a helicopter while yelling, "Yeehaw!" has a place in my heart. At number 4, Lock, Load, and Don't Shoot Grandma, it's Hogans Alley from Nintendo. This was one of the earliest light gun shooters, and let me tell you, it was the Wild West meets FBI boot camp. You'd aim your zapper, or arcade light gun, at cardboard cutouts of gangsters and innocents. The twist, you had to be quick and accurate. Make a mistake and say hello to a minus 500 penalty and the sound of disappointment. There were 3 game modes: Hogan's Alley A, shoot the baddies, spare the good guys. Hogan's Alley B, same but with moving cutouts. And my personal fave, Trick Shot, where you shoot tin cans to land them on ledges. Pure pixel physics glory. Quirky fact, it was one of the first games to make you think before you fired. A novel idea back then. Critics loved it for its innovative gameplay, and it paved the way for light gun games like Duck Hunt and Time Crisis. Plus, it gave all of us future action stars a taste of justice, one pixelated gangster at a time. Strap in, because number 3 is 1942, the classic vertical shooter from Capcom. Set during World War II, you control a Lockheed P-38 Lightning, and your mission? Take down the entire Japanese air fleet. You know, just another day in the arcade. Gameplay-wise, 1942 was all about twitch reflexes and bullet dodging. Enemy fighters swarm you, and you've got a life-saving loop-de-loop move that makes you temporarily invincible, perfect for when the screen gets too spicy. What made it addictive was the combo of simplicity and intensity. You're not juggling power-ups or lore, just flying and surviving. Did you know? This was one of Capcom's first major international hits. It wasn't the flashiest, but it had that magic formula: easy to play, hard to master, and impossibly loud. Those plain sounds burned into my soul. Today it's remembered as one of the great granddaddies of shoot-'em-ups. And let's face it, we all felt like Maverick before Top Gun was even cool. At number 2, we enter the dojo with Fists of Fury. It's Kung Fu Master, also known in Japan as Spartan X. Developed by Irem, this was the first true beat-em-up arcade game, and it set the blueprint for everything from Double Dragon to Final Fight. You play as Thomas, yes, Thomas, a martial arts master out to rescue his girlfriend Sylvia from Mr. X. Sound familiar? Because every game after copied it. You battle your way up a 5-story pagoda, dealing with knife throwers, giants, and goons who just grab you, like awkward uncles at Thanksgiving. Each floor ends with a boss battle, each more ridiculous than the last. And the music? A short, endless loop that burns into your brain, but in a good way. Reception? It was a massive hit, praised for its fluid controls and action-packed pacing. Bruce Lee would have approved, just maybe not of the name Thomas. And finally, number 1, the weirdest, wildest, most wonderful game of 1984, Marble Madness. Developed by Atari, this isometric platformer put you in control of a marble. Yup, just a marble. No guns, no swords, just physics and pure frustration. You'd roll your marble through surreal obstacle courses filled with acid puddles, evil marbles, vacuum cleaners, and gravity-defying geometry, all under the pressure of a ticking clock. The gameplay? Elegant chaos. It used a trackball controller, making it feel like you were actually guiding a real marble. You'd build momentum, slip off edges, scream internally, and try again. Fun fact, it was one of the first arcade games to use the Motorola 68000 processor, the same one used in the Mac. So yeah, your Mac had the heart of a marble. Visually, it was stunning for its time, with surreal, Escher-like levels and electronic music that felt more like a dream than a game. Critics adored it, gamers loved it, and me? I spent an entire summer trying to master that stupid, glorious final level. I still wake up in cold sweats hearing the ready, go voice. So there you have it, my top 5 favorite arcade games of 1984. From laser blasting helicopters to marble-based madness, these games defined a generation of sweaty palms and broken joysticks. But what about you? What were your favorites from '84? Drop them in the comments. Let's trade war stories, pixel for pixel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another trip through the golden age of arcades. Until next time, keep your quarters close and your reflexes closer. And remember, whatever you've got going on, make some time and play a game.